Hey guys, it's me, Kat. Today is day 63. Yes, 63 days of abstaining from my sugar triggers, and it is going well. I must say, just like in life, it's difficult when you have a certain train of thought or patterns of behavior and you've had them for a long period of time. It sometimes feels difficult to navigate life outside of it. You look at your behavior and you think to yourself, is this normal? Is this a normal feeling? Is this not a normal feeling? And with having been a sugar addict for so many years of my life, over a decade, sometimes your thoughts and your behavior towards food, especially food you enjoy, makes you're not sure, is this normal? Isn't this normal? So you've got to be very observant with your patterns and to constantly monitor yourself and think, okay, is this normal? Do I need to change this? Do I need to monitor it? What's going on? What aspects fall apart of it being called an addiction, and how can I monitor it? Because I've mentioned in a video before where, let's say, I said my trigger is mainly chocolate. So I cut out chocolate and anything chocolate based. I carry on living my life, and maybe over a period of time, let's say nuts, almond nuts, I start eating more and more of and more of and more of, to a point where I'm thinking about it all day. I get irritable when I can't have it. I go out of my way to buy it. I obsessively think about it all day. But to have that mindset of, oh, but it's not chocolate, so it can't be bad. That's your mind trying to make excuses, or it's your mind being so focused on a previous pattern of behavior that you don't realize new patterns are forming. And that's the thing about life. We are constantly learning and changing, and when you're growing, you're getting rid of one bad behavior or growing a new set of good behaviors, and that means your behavior is changing. You're creating new patterns. So especially when you've got a habit of creating bad patterns, like having an addiction or having an addictive personality, you've got to focus on your behavior to ensure that even though you're perhaps not on that bad pattern anymore, you're not developing a new one. You will find a lot of the times people who have an addictive tendency or have an addiction tend to have more than one, even if it's something small. Maybe drinking or gambling or smoking, or doing too much of something that is a little bit or even a few levels above what is normal. So you got to be careful. You got to monitor yourself. If you are a food or a sugar addict, you got to watch that you don't slightly and slowly replace it with something else. And this could be something that you could develop 5 years down the line. It doesn't mean, like I'm doing the 100 days. It doesn't mean after these 100 days everything's going to be smooth sailing. I don't have to worry because everything's set in stone. 10 years from now, maybe something happens, or I'm just bored one day and I eat a bowl of popcorn, and before I know it, I can't go through every day without eating 3 bowls of popcorn. Then I've got to notice, okay, this is a new pattern that I need to get a head start on, because it might result in negative tendencies like hiding it or obsessively thinking about it. So you've got to be very careful. And I think with everything in life, you've got to watch your behavior. You got to watch your pattern. You got to go, okay, this is what I'm doing and this is not right. How is it not right? Either it's harming someone else or it's harming yourself. You're making life harder for you. You're giving yourself stress. You're giving yourself anxiety. If you are feeling those things from a certain type of behavior, chances are it's not good for you. And you need to look at potentially changing it into something that is better for you. Because everything I'm talking about, whether it's addiction related or not, is about being the best possible version of yourself, but also creating happiness in yourself, to live a life where you're not anxious or panicking about your behavior or doing things that make you feel in a certain way. Because that's kind of what I want, and what I want to share with you is to get rid of these behaviors that bring you down and implement behaviors that bring you up. If it doesn't bring you happiness, don't do it. As simple as that. So if you're doing something and you know it doesn't feel so great, then change it. I know it's obviously easier said than done in a lot of cases. For example, maybe where you work you're miserable, but it's tough to find work and you need to pay the bills and keep a roof over your head. But that doesn't mean you have to sit in that position for the rest of your life. research, keep your eyes open, look for opportunities. Some things aren't instant, some things take time, but as long as you're progressing, as long as you're trying to change it, there's always that goal of success and happiness at the end of the day. Hey? And then I wanted to point out a weird type of feeling I had today. So with the corona and so forth, and also just work's not always amazing, I'm used to living with people and then living on my own and then living with people. Now obviously with sugar addiction or any shady behavior, a sense of privacy is needed so that people can't look at you or judge you, or maybe they're not, but you feel like you are. And today was the first time in a while that I was completely and utterly alone at home. And it's weird. I got like this excitement, and it's almost like that excitement was linked to stuffing my face with food. Like I was like, I'm alone at home. I can make and eat whatever I want to. And yeah, I could. But weird thing is, because the trigger, the chocolate was there, I didn't have the desire, and I didn't go out of my way, and I did nothing shady or nothing to be ashamed of when it came to food. But it was a very weird instant reaction that I had was, yay, I can eat whatever. And I found that it was quite odd to feel that behavior that I haven't felt in about 60 days to have come back, because scenarios change. So sometimes also with this whole addiction, giving things up, you might not notice your growth from it, or notice things that were involved in the addiction, like feeling alone and feeling like you can come unhinged, and then and not being unhinged. You don't want to unhinge yourself and undo everything, if this makes sense. But yes, so it was weird to have a giddy feeling like I can stuff my face, and then noticing it and then not doing it. Not that I had to force myself not to do it, but it was nice to go, this is a feeling I'm having, but because of the growth I've already made, I'm not going to act on this feeling, which was quite cool. So yes, if you get overly excited about being alone at home to do something, maybe you should just have a look at that behavior and wonder, why do you feel more excited to do it while you're alone than when other people are around? Maybe that's a sign of something, regardless of what it might be. Anyways, that's enough from me. I hope you have a lovely, lovely day, and I'll see you all tomorrow for day 64. Bye!